Tonight we start with a number. In January 2024, on a single night, more than 653,000 people were experiencing homelessness across America. That number is just that. A number. It is cold. It is distant. It is easy to hear and then to forget. But behind that number are faces. There are stories. There are people just like you and me. We need to look at those faces. We need to hear their stories. Only then can we begin to understand the reality of this crisis. Only then can the statistics feel real. Meet Maria. She is 35 years old. She sits on a cold sidewalk in a city that has forgotten her name. She has a small, worn backpack holding everything she owns. She also has a faded photograph of her 2 children. Not long ago, she worked as a home health aide. She was good at her job, but a back injury on the job meant she could not lift patients anymore. The numbers tell a story of their own, and it is an alarming one. That figure is a 12% increase from the year before. It is the highest number recorded since point-in-time counts began in 2007. Let's break that down. 6 in 10 were in shelters or other temporary housing, but 4 in 10 were unsheltered, sleeping outside, in cars, in parks, under bridges, exposed to the elements, to violence, to disease. This is a public health emergency happening in plain sight. The primary cause is a severe lack of affordable housing. Across the United States, rents are rising much faster than wages. To afford a modest 2-bedroom, a full-time worker needs $28.58 per hour. The federal minimum wage is $7.25. The math does not work. Millions are caught in this gap. It is a constant, grinding struggle to keep a roof overhead. When we picture homelessness, we often think of big city streets. Tent encampments in Los Angeles, people sleeping on subway grates in New York urban areas are the epicenter of this crisis. New York, Los Angeles, Seattle, driven by high housing costs and concentrated poverty. In these places, the problem is highly visible. It is a daily confrontation with a system that is broken. Shelters are overflowing. Social services are stretched to the limit. But this is not just a big city problem. Homelessness looks different in rural America, often hidden, in cars, in old campers, couch surfing. That hidden nature makes help harder to deliver. There are fewer shelters, little public transportation. Care and services can be hours away. Stigma and shame keep people from asking for help. The context changes the experience, not the trauma. We need tailored urban and rural strategies. A one-size-fits-all approach will not work. For decades, the approach was to manage the problem. Shelter beds for a night, a meal for a day. Vital services that save lives, but do not solve homelessness. A temporary fix for a permanent problem. To end homelessness, we must focus on a home. Housing first. Move people into housing without preconditions. The evidence is overwhelming. It works. With a stable home, people manage health, seek treatment, and find work. It is more effective and more cost-effective. Housing plus support keeps people housed. Cities that embrace it see results. Salt Lake City reduced chronic homelessness by over 90%. The scale can feel overwhelming, but change begins with a shift in perspective. One person decides to act, get informed, learn your local resources, save numbers, share them. Connecting someone can be a lifeline. Donate, volunteer, use your voice.